Hello, everybody. Gosh, I'm never going to get that name. Endeavor to persevere. God damn, I think you just do that to mess with me. Persevere? Persevere. No, gosh. Like I remember working on the Gypsy Wagon and trying to say that name. It's like the D.O.A. kryptonite. That and pronunciation. That one's easier. Night coffee bring any new affinities? Once again, Chi, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Persevere. Family enjoyed your news conference today? Oh, thank you, fam. New realizations. Night coffee bring big win. Proud of you. Thank you. Um, Espinines. Epiphanes. Epiphanes. Finally. Wow, there's a lot that happened today. Just been nonstop. I saw my sister had some things to say. God. Everybody loves me, or they really hate me. It's a weird position to be in. I was gonna do like a panel, and I do like panels, but I don't feel like having like a mystery guest on, or I want to control the vibe. And what's the vibe? Oh, I had a wonderful nap. We went out to eat. After my nap, I tried buttered tortillas. It's a Mexican thing. It's like white people do buttered white bread. Mexicans do buttered tortillas. So that's an interesting little dynamic. I buttered the tortilla for the fajita. It was pretty good. Um, Rolling those R's. So yeah, I have a lot to say right now. I don't even know where to start. I think I want to start at a bunch of people that don't that have never won any court cases, that have never really litigated, that have never been in court, and perseverance. And I know everyone's like, get a lawyer, but like, I don't think all these people saying that today and before, um, understand where I'm at in court today. Like, what was said in court today was the same thing that was said in court when I had 6 felonies. Like, I'm facing half of the time I faced 10 years ago. 2026 is my year. This is going to be an epic year. You know, I thought, hey, Metal Gal, what's going on? Uh, they don't understand how much I have done without a lawyer. And not only that, my lawyer called me this morning. He's like, I'm coming to court. I was like, Dan, dude, don't worry about it, bro. I got it. He's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, dude, I got it, man. Everything's cool. I chatted with him for a half an hour tonight. How many lawyers y'all got? Talking about me going to get a lawyer. I got fucking lawyers just wanting to come to court. I don't even have to pay them. And this besides the other people I'm talking who have been involved with all sorts of litigation. I got two girly friends. I was gonna say girlfriends, but they're friends that are girls, women, amazing women, and the one the one who I haven't even used yet. I haven't even like I talked to her the other day, and for Christmas I called her when I was doing the tortillas, or no, well we were rolling tamales, and I hadn't talked to her for months, but she was the secretary of the clerk of Judge Scalia. She worked for a prestigious law firm in Austin. That law firm represented Smith and Wesson in the whole Sandy Hook shit. But she was the secretary of the sitting state judges in Texas. All she did was file federal litigation, Title 42s, all sorts of different federal litigation. She did all the deadlines. She did all the pleadings. She did all that. That's my friend. That's my girl Mel, man. She begs me to come out there and hang out with her. She's out in McAllen, Texas, on the border there. I did her bathroom years ago. We became friends. I'd go out and we'd go out and have drinks, and she likes Beatle things, and so we'd go, and she had a friend that had a Beatle cover band, and we go up to Lake Travis. I forget the name of the bar. There's a beautiful bar on Lake Travis, which is like north of Austin. Ladybird Lake is off the Colorado River, and there's this beautiful bar on the south end, right by the dam. One of you guys know it here. I'm trying to think of the fucking name of the bar. It's this beautiful bar on the south end, on the other side of the dam. That dams up Lake Travis, and they have just the most beautiful sunsets, and so everyone stops and watches the sunset. And it's a huge bar. They do like all sorts of like line dancing, and like it's an amazing. I'm trying to think of the goddamn name, but me and her would go up there all the time. Me and her would go and do caves. She'd like to go and see caves, and her boyfriend Lance is super cool. He's like a rocker. He played bass for these bands down on 6th Street there in Austin, and I was friends with him. Um, no, I wasn't line dancing, but I did do a little. Like I wanted to learn how to tango dance. Um, um, and I was like so impressed with this one guy. He was like tango dancing, and like he just had women back and forth. What was Dan and your lady friends take on the outcome today? So I don't even talk to Mel a lot. Like the other day when I was doing tamales, her family traditionally, they go and get the masa and the Edge rooftop. I don't think that's what it is. It's a massive restaurant slash bar on Lake Travis. Um, there's a nude beach there, just in case you need to know. And yeah, I was with my roommate from Copper's Cove out in Texas, and like the one, his girlfriend's girl, we were there. I had a yeah that she was. We were dancing. I had a really good night the one night there. Yeah, I don't know. I just had some good times at that bar, dancing, and yeah. Someday I'm gonna get some Justins and a button down pearl snap, and line dance there. I want to line dance at in Green, Texas. Someday it's gonna happen, man. I'd love to get a custom cowboy hat. It's one of the things on the to-do list. Line dance at in Green, right outside of uh, outside of what is that? San Luis? No, not San Luis. That's San Marcos. Is that San Marcos? I know it's Green. It's it's just northeast of San Antonio on the highway there, going the highway going up to Austin. New Braunfels? No, I can't remember. So many places. I went there with my friend. They have an amazing grist mill there. Um, they have a grist mill on the water there in Green. There's a grist mill, which they have some amazing honey bun buns. And then, yeah, a famous line dancing place from, is it Dirty Dancing? I forget what the line dancing place is. I can't wait to get my tints on the back window here. This tapestry is seen its last days. I'm trying to think of the fucking name of that. I don't know any names. So bad. So, well, Dan thought that it was really good, and so yeah, I called him tonight and just wanted to discuss because Dan's here to help me. So like everyone's saying, I need to hire an attorney. Like these people just want to throw out money. I've already given Dan $10,000. We're not talking like $100. Like I'm not grifting for a lawyer that can't even serve people who can't even hear. Green is New Braunfels. Okay, I did not see. I kind of know my shit, allegedly, and and so so um, like when the judge asks the prosecutor if there's a plea deal and if we've discussed the plea deal and wanting to know what the plea deal, I'm sitting in a very, very, very good position. And I'm listening to somebody. I'm listening to somebody talk about, and who I actually find funny, talking about how I need to get a lawyer to, get a plea deal. Like, dude, like, do you know who I am? Like, I don't want to sound cocky because it's so hard. It's so hard to like not like be cocky with that, but like I'm in a class of my own. And I'm in a league of my own. There's very few people that do or are capable of doing what I could do without a lawyer. And I don't know what I'm doing. I've navigated through and I know that it's okay not to know what you're doing. And a bunch of people will be concerned about you and tell you that you don't know what you're doing, but I'm okay with that. Not only can I be cocky about my past accomplishments and my ability to represent myself and handle my affairs without a lawyer, I'm also confident to say that I don't know what I'm doing. And it's not illegal to not know what you're doing. And the judges are always going to ask because they think that you don't know what you're doing, so that you're at a handicap. And of course I'm at a handicap, but it's not against the law. And I had gotten uploaded all my restraining orders, and I realized that I need to get a website. I need to have all this on a website. My nap was the most amazing nap ever. Like, not only have I won 10, 15 restraining orders, and I got the 7-page minute order. One in a suit. I didn't even go to court for any of that. That wasn't me. The two of the PPAs for the disturbing a religious meeting, all of that. Then my stuff out in West Virginia, where I negotiated the obstruction charge, which was bogus, for $100. Like, you want $100? Okay, fine. Then I got arrested again, and I had to get a lawyer because it wasn't going to happen. And the lawyer got me out of everything for the most part. I was just on probation for a bit, and that was it. And then they tried to revoke the probation 3 different times, and we had to pay like $1,500 or $2,000 for each but it never got revoked. And then that's not even including what my 7 felonies that I went through in Chicago. One of the felonies, it was only 3 years I was facing for the cultivation felony, which I'm proud that I grew weed. I'm proud that I stood up for myself in court. I'm proud that I said, and I know it's like sovereign citizen shit and everything, but I was like, dude, I'm not. No one's gonna tell me that I can't grow a plant. No amount of litigation, no amount of imperialistic people telling me that I have to, I can't grow medicine. And I think it's a drug. I think that people get addicted to it, including myself, and it dims my light. But no one's going to tell me that I can't do it. That's what freedom is. And I believe that I had freedom. And was it the smart thing? No, but it was what was needed. I needed to go to jail. I needed to spend time in jail. I needed to spend 118 days to make me learn a bunch of life lessons that has defined who I am as an activist. I have, and that's what I am. And my friends are activists too. And I'm proud of them. When I see them get an interview, or when I watch, like, and some of these friends are just like acquaintances, but I consider them my friends, like, especially like the activists. When I saw the commish, like, get her hair pulled and her megaphone taken, and she just walked off, recollected herself, and came right back in. I was like, man, this person's a fucking activist. This person is like, these are people I want to be around. And I agree with everything that they say or do. But I love activism. I love people who stand up for stuff. And what's so cool about the commish, she doesn't need a camera. She doesn't need all the clout. She gets all the clout without even having any camera or anything. Right? Sticker chick went and gave her a megaphone. And we were bullhorning, and that even her friend Whistle Chick, who doesn't like me at all, I respect her as a fucking activist. Right? And 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 already my activism, my plan, coordinated decision to do what I did with the planters, where I did it, was so calculated. And realizing it, children can't consent, was all calculated. What did that activism accomplish? It cost a lot of money. That was $30,000. Well, 20,000 allegedly, because I still have over 10,000 sitting, waiting for the most pertinent spot to spend the money. I didn't want that. The dinosaur guy, I might have seen him. Uh, uh, well, and what's come out of that activism, it costs a lot of money, but what do we have? We have cameras. We have camera footage. We have some of our first body cam footage of, and you guys haven't seen it all yet. You guys haven't seen a Ludo saying to turn off the cameras. Audio cutting in and out. Hold on, let me see what I can do. All right, should be better now. Should be better now. Sorry about that if my audio was cutting out. I got off the internet. We have the video of a Ludo telling to close down. We have the police. Is the audio better now? Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. I'm going to get the Starlink figured out tomorrow. Audio good? Okay. All right. All right, let me collect myself here. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. I have a coffee. Like my thing is all fucked now. I'm gonna get next couple days I'm gonna get this all tinted back here. I'm gonna get some professional tint. I'll go down to LA and get this all tinted out. What has already come out from the discovery and all that is so amazing. Scientology, we got corruption, and okay, hold on, scratch. Whoa, man, let's get back. You guys hearing me? You guys hearing chat? Because man, I want to talk about some fun shit, man. Let's go off of fucking how awesome I am at court and how I have a lawyer. And the question now is, what plea deal am I willing to accept? Okay. If I'm going to accept a plea deal, what would I accept? Okay. It's not a matter if, it's a matter of what. Or am I going to trial? No, like, I hate to break it to everybody. I'm not going to jail. The ball's in my court. That prosecutor jumped when the judge asked me what I was requesting in the production requests. The prosecutor jumped in and said he's asking for body cam footage. He's asking for 911 calls. He's looking for CAD records. And I have asked the police for that, and they have not given it to me. Loitering. Okay? The prosecutor said that, not fucking me. Okay? Let me say that again, because I don't think everyone caught that fully. The judge asked me what specifically I was looking for with the production request. And I was about to just I was like, how am I going to say this in the most graceful way? And the prosecutor spoke up. He said, he's like, no, this is what he's looking for. And I asked for it. I'm not going to be the one getting in trouble because he asked for it in April. I've been asking them for it and they didn't give me any of it. Okay? And the judge said, and the prosecutor told me, like while we were talking, he's like, man, I'm going to request that there's an evidentiary hearing for the motion for production, and I will subpoena the cops for them to answer if you're getting your. And he told me that he would respond to my production request line by line and say if it exists or doesn't exist, and if it doesn't exist, he'll subpoena the police officers for the rest. Okay, and so that's what he told me before we went in. Like that was I had a great conference with him. Like I don't think you guys understand the route I took. I took a route that very like because there is a bunch of people who represent themselves. They're pricks, they're highly abrasive. I'd say 95% of pro se or pro per litigants are highly abrasive. They think they know everything. They tell people what the rules are. They go into the courtroom and they tell the judge what the rules are. That's not me. I learned because I was that person at one time. I am not anywhere close to that. And I told that prosecutor, I was like, man, you contacting my sister and trying to, working with all these people, I forgive you. I'm not mad at you. You did what you needed to do. You're just doing your job. You're just a middleman. And I was like, I don't know if you know much about Scientology. He kind of threw his hands up. He's like, I. He was basically saying like ignorance is bliss. In a bunch of words, he was saying ignorance is bliss. They're sending him shit. That doesn't mean he's watching it. It's over. Well, no. Let's be real. Dan got 5 felonies dismissed. I was shooting the shit just like some of these other fucks, but they're doing it to try to put me in a cage. I was doing it to be like, look, man, you're getting played too, bro. And I'm not going to say it like that because I'm not going to make you think that you're being played because I don't think that. Yeah, I paid $2,000 for each. I paid $2,000 a felony to get that dismissed. I think I spent the money very wisely. Not only did I, not only did the lawyer beat all those, I have a lawyer to call. He called me this morning at 7:30 and asked me about, he's like he was going to come to court for me and just sit and watch. Like there is like no pro se litigants that have lawyers come and sit in the courtroom. I'm telling you, and like I'm sounding super cocky, but I'm not trying to like I guess I say it to reassure myself that I know what I'm doing and I have some amazing people around me and I'm confident in my fucking decisions. My confidence is at an all-time high. And I've had it here and there, but I have it. And that $10,000 was well spent. Okay? Very well spent. And yes, I don't trust lawyers, but I trust Dan. And so I think he has an idea. He's like, oh, yeah, like, he's like, oh, you're good. Like, because I told him that, have you offered him a plea deal? And what is it? And exact same language when my 6 felonies went away in Chicago. It was almost it wasn't word for word, but the content of what was asked and how it was told to me and the prosecutor was exactly when Mike fell. Exactly. So for everyone else who would have needed to hire a lawyer to do what I'm doing, I'm in a different league. And I have to, what my issue is caring about what these people who don't have any victories under their belt are saying about my my legal knowledge and my ability to move through the court. Today was like a whole new me. The amount of confidence I had going to court, like I had no anxiety today. And and so yeah, like and then when I got in front of the in front of that, like I literally had a press conference. I had a fucking press conference. And truthfully, I wish I said that so much better and was so much more tactful on how I presented what's going on. But I still did an amazing job. Okay? I still did an amazing job because literally when I talked to that guy with the sign, I hadn't thought that that's what I was going to do. It was only until I was walking back and I walked past the podium and I was like, this is my podium. This is for me. And right there, right from that second, from when I walked over to the girls and then walked to Jessica and then walked back, was the amount of time I had to process of what I had to say. And it felt like I felt like a fucking star. I felt like a rock star coming out of the courtroom. I felt like I was an LA star. And I got to talk shit to fucking Jessica. And I got to tell Becky to fuck off. God damn. That was like the trifecta on top of a trifecta. Oh, yeah. It was like the Jude Law one. I watched it back. I watched Reuters. Reuters already has 22,000 views on it. And the views don't matter. All it matters is that one or two people pick up that story. And when I file these lawsuits, the people are gonna know. They're gonna find out about me, yo. I'm 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 navigating. I'm navigating this like I'm ready to make some history. And I feel it. And my mind is set that I am going to make history. How I'm going to make history, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to do it. And maybe this is dreaming, and that's okay. If you don't set yourself up for a dream, one of my favorite quotes is reality is what you create. This is my reality, and I am creating it. I am creating this reality. And if I don't make it, that's okay. But I'm going to do it. And I'm going to get this Title 42 in. I'm gonna work my ass off this month. Your cult is going to be exposed by a homeless person, Gypsy. That was some great words to them. The ultimate underdog. At 3:12:40 on Reuters, Nick Reiner story is when you see D.O.A. press conference for your information. Well, that's the art of war. And I'm not allowed to talk about the art of war. And how about all this shit with 86 GOP? How about that? How right and ahead of all these motherfuckers was I? Talk about making all the right decisions. And holy fuck, that has been a roller coaster because all the hate of D.O.A. started from doxing 86 GOP. Now you have Aaron. Oh, yeah. No. I've seen all of it, y'all. I've seen everything. I got so many fucking messages today and emails, you would not fucking believe it. I know every post about 86 GOP. There's fucking, it's fucking, talk about my motherfucking day. Right? Zach called it out first. Zach called it out first. We got to give it credit to Zach. I do believe Zach is a journalist. What Zach got wrong was that 86 was not influencing me at that time. He was just giving me money. Okay? Zach was wrong about that. He made speculations that were not true. 86 was giving me money. He was, at that time, just starting to make subtle suggestions. But lots of people who give money give subtle suggestions. But 86 most definitely is doing fucking shit. Zach did get it right that he would attempt to influence you based on donations. And that's fine. A lot of people try to influence you with donations. A lot of people do. And it isn't necessarily bad, right? It's the kind of I don't know where the line is drawn for that. Like it's when people donate, they they there's certain expectations that come from it, and some expectations are okay, like a thank you. Like, is it asking too much? Are you trying to influence somebody by saying, hey, I just gave you $500, at least can I get a thank you? Can you say my name and say thank you 86 GOP, thank you whoever, right? There's And is that a wrong expectation? I don't think so. And it's hard to say when it's wrong, and that's what all the streamer wars and mod wars and all these donations and all this stuff. There's all sorts of like conflict. Side note: Nick Shirley is coming to L.A. So keep your eyes open. If you guys know that Nick Shirley's coming to LA, I will drop everything to do some trolling and rolling. Okay? I don't know, but my father told me because my father likes Nick Shirley. He's like, "Oh, you should go." He said something about Nick Shirley. I was like, "Of course you're watching Nick Shirley, Dad." I will not be using a megaphone. Not yet. Not till I get out of all this. Okay. But my father was like, "Oh," and my father was like, "Yeah, he's coming to LA next." I was like, "Oh, Dad, thank you, pops." And my father knew that the prosecutor telling the judge what evidence I needed was a good thing. He's like, "Well, he basically made it sound like what you were asking for was reasonable." I was like, "Yeah." And what's so amazing about that is that the judge was just like, "Oh no, you're if he doesn't get," he's like, "We're going to be moving this case along. This is going to come to an end, and we're either going to get a plea deal or we're going to trial, and we're going to wrap this up." And so this is a show cause. February 24th. If the police don't give what he's asking for, they are required to come in court and tell the court why you don't have that evidence. So I just feel uh so alive. Well, I'm trolling him about the Antifa headquarters and how they ended Antifa and how blocking a sidewalk is worse than JD delay robbing cars. That's what he's getting trolled for. And I'm going to troll the shit out of him. He met the commish. He met my friend out in D.C. And I'm going to say you met my friend the commish out in D.C. Out in D.C., didn't you? 3,000 miles away. Now you're meeting the motherfucking D.O. motherfucking A. We've met before out in D.C., but now we're meeting in L.A. You're going to find out about me. So you guys keep me updated on that one. All right. So I think that I've managed this money for the lawyer the best that I can. Okay. And I think this federal lawsuit is going to be about $2,000 to $3,000 once I get everybody served. So it's going to be quite challenging, but I raised the money for legal funds. And to go on the attack, I have to because I'm almost out of my statute of limitations. And then Aaron is going to get his lawsuit. And poor Aaron. Yes, Jan, I think so. I'm actually almost positive it's going to be dismissed. And I think that me filing the federal lawsuit is going to put the nail in the coffin because I'm going to use the discovery that they've already used in this case against them, particularly the Scientology being notified about the 911 calls. And so they're not going to want to give up any of that. Okay. A defamation per se costs anywhere between $20,000 and $80,000 to defend, according to the Florida lawyer I was listening to. Let me repeat that. A defamation per se case, a civil suit, costs anywhere between $20,000 and $80,000. Okay? Aaron just got served one. And I plan on doing a restraining order first. That will be $5,000 to $20,000 here in LA. Then I'm going to follow up when I'm ready, because the restraining order is important to me because I want the defamation to stop. Then I'm going to follow, and I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing. That was my favorite thing as a magician. We'd have these fucking these just I don't want to sound like a chauvinistic pig, so I'm not going to say it. I loved telling people what I was doing as I was doing it. It was like this cockiness. It was this ability to let the people know exactly what I'm doing, and they still didn't get what I was doing. It's like people are always like, well, the Illuminati, they put it all in front of your face so that you know. You have full disclosure. And I would tell the people, I'm like, right now, I'm doing a double lift. I'm using a gaff card, and it's a controlled shuffle, a full deck retention, and your card's right here. Did you guys lose me? Do I have to drink some coffee? It's you always, minion, not me. Got some coffee. We can't see, but we can hear. Yeah, no, I like that. I like just talking in the dark. I could get more numbers just talking in the dark because I'm just processing my thoughts. Okay. This is D.O.A. After Hours. And I love telling people what I'm doing. So, Aaron, I'm telling you what I'm doing. Restraining order first. And I have till June. With Aaron, I have till June, like June 10th of this year, to file my defamation per se suit. I want my channels back. I want my channels back. I want remedy for what's been done to me. And Liz's lawsuit representation will probably be around maybe 20,000 for you. It's pretty cut and dry. You made one defamatory statement. They asked for a retraction. You didn't retract it. Okay? Very cut and dry case. Should be pretty easy to respond. Try to have an exception. That should be a pretty straightforward case for a lawyer. It should be very on the low end. Very simple, really quick. Okay? Liz did a great job. Mine is way more complicated because we're into the legal concepts of malice. Be your wild, fun self. I miss that. I'm trying to get it back. It's not been easy, MT Native. And you were right from the get go. I had a different path. I had the, I had the, I had a wild path that I had to go through to get to where I'm back. I'm back here, man. Today was, um, today was, today was a day that I've needed for quite a while. Well, what Aaron did was he acted with malice, and that malice. I'm so glad she did. She said it. She did it. Something that Scientology and something that I'm guilty of too, of saying I'm suing. I've been trying to fight. I was just trying to stay out of jail and not have restraining orders on me. And I've had so much litigation with all that that I've just not been able to be on the offensive because I've just been fighting off all sorts of attacks. According to SPTV channel, Aaron removed the list of videos today. Oh yeah. No, no, no. He's about to find out. He's in the find out. He fucked around, and now he's in the find out stage of fucking around. Well, what's great about Liz's husband is I'm not sure where the legal definition of a public figure and a private figure is, right? But Liz Gale's husband is a private figure, and he does not have to prove malice, only negligence. But that's for a defamation case. For defamation per se, it's inherent that the statement itself is harm. So you don't have to go through all that. It does matter. There's two different guidelines. There's a public figure being defamed and a private figure being defamed. Private figures have to prove negligence in defamation. Public figures have to prove actual malice. Okay, that's kind of the. It's kind of and I'm still learning about all this, right? But this is my understanding. This is not legal advice or anything. This is my understanding of the thresholds. So it's less of a threshold for a private figure, and because we're the best chat here, we're gonna learn. It's gonna you guys are gonna all be fucked up and drinking or getting high or just saying hi to each other. But I'm gonna say it over and over and over and over again like a broken record. Am I concerned about the private detective? No, I'm not. I just did what the judge was like, because the private detective was calling and asking. So I'm just going to contact him and I'm just be like, look, I was upset that you didn't contact me. I tried to go with a bunch of other people and I'll just use him. And I don't think we're going to have to go down that path with the private detective. I think this is all about to get hammered out. And I'm confident about that. By the verbiage of the judge, and I think me and the prosecutor just can go back and forth a little bit on the negotiations, and we'll see what he can come up with. Uh, so, well, he's about to find out, and I love that Liz Gale is paving the way for that. And I'm coming. I'm playing cleanup. Spend all that money on Liz on the lawyer, and people aren't going to. They're just not going to pay. He's not going to get the money. He's not fighting Scientology. He's fighting an ex-Scientologist who has trauma, who he totally lied about. The money's not going to come in for that. He'll get a little money. But his base is anti-Scientology. You're never supposed to attack never-ends. Right? That was his whole thing. Don't destroy the community. And why did he attack her? Because she didn't like that he was strangling women. Not, excuse me, I misspoke. That he was holding down a woman for 10 minutes. Tell him you won't name him in your lawsuits as your only waiver of future legal action. LOL. But I have some bargaining chips, right? I got 2 YouTube channels that I want back. I have a copyright lawyer working on the one right now. So the copyright lawyer is not the most responsive, but he does get back to me eventually. So I'm just waiting for him to write the letter. So, what if the plea includes never setting foot on church site? I don't ever want to set foot. I'm good. I don't ever have to do Church of Scientology protesting ever. There's so many more issues out there. I've done my part, but my part's not even done yet. I don't need to step foot. My battle is in the court now, and I'm going to follow through with all of it. I have all the swatting lawsuits. I have the false restraining orders, all the attacks by the guards, by armed guards, and the sidewalk closures. I'm just prepping myself with all these other actors because then I want them to see that I'm serious. Okay? Because the La Poubelle thing's just wetting my feet. And then there's a whole nother set of lawsuits that are going to be coming against LAPD. Northeast, heavily northeast, parking, Barrel Street services for the planters and all that. Okay? So, these are multiple shoots, but I have to just get one done first. And it was going to be Aaron, but then it's shifted to this La Poubelle because of the amount of work that I see that I needed to do. And the work is there. And now I see exactly the route that I have to do to organize it real nice. And then I'll move to Aaron and streets and then all the restraint orders against all these people talking about eating my cat. I'm just going to it's just going to be restraining order time, man. We're going to be in court doing restraining orders. Then I got the lawsuits for the Barrel Street Service, Council District 13, everybody. So, and as I go through these lawsuits, and the goal is to get to discovery. If I could pass the threshold of a mission to dismiss or failure to state a claim, I will, that's the threshold I'm working on, is getting to that point. And I got to be careful how I navigate all this. I don't want to overextend myself. I'm hoping that this Title 42, if I get that like nice and good and solid and all the information organized really well, I think that I could be able to pitch the sidewalk stuff to a federal lawyer. And that the goal is to find a federal lawyer to handle all that. Even my Title 42, I would love somebody to handle the first Title 42, but I might just have to go through the process and and fucking fuck up and learn, so that what I really want to go after is, you know, is the street closures, the sidewalk restraint, and the false restraining order, and the false arrests. Because I had 2 false arrests for violation of Penal Code 302. 2 different Scientologists, 2 guards. I have Jaden filed the false thing on me. I have a course of conduct that's happening. I have Jaden, the security guard from Scientology for the 302 PC, and then I have the 302 from a Scientologist when I got arrested by Wendell. Then I have the threat from the contractor. I have them stealing my phone and the police not arresting him, an armed guard. Then I had 3 of them assaulting me. I have the officer hitting me, who that officer was involved in an officer involved shooting on the street for being on the public street. Then I have a judge's ruling saying that I had tickets to an event and I was trespassed from it. There's so much. And I haven't even gotten that all organized yet. And in the next, I'm going to do one more motion for production. So hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, I'll have that one more motion, and I'll have all the DR numbers and all the incident dates to give to the prosecutor for what I want. And the cops could deny it all, and the judge maybe might deny some of it, but I want to have it all. I want to throw it all at them, and then see what sticks and what doesn't stick. And I think that the federal lawsuit is going to make things move a certain way if I'm successful with that. So that's my plan. I'm gonna stick to it. I might fail, and that's okay. But this is my life mission right now. It's gonna happen. Just like I went back and did the barbecue. I'll probably do a barbecue there if I get it all, if I win. Have a celebration right there. Yeah, how can you be so like, oh my god, like the whole Becky thing is just so exhausting. It's so exhausting. It's like I have this person from the TV show Dinosaurs just following me around, like waddling with the big tail, and just like, oh, you're like, I did a news conference. Like, I'm not harassing any. Like, what are you what like, and the fact that there's actually other people that are agreeing with it, and like, it's mind-boggling. Like, oh my god, like, talk about like a sore tooth. Like, let's just pull the tooth. Like, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama. For you that know, you guys know, with the frying pan and everything. Not the mama. God damn, it's fucking the reptilian overlords. Okay, fuck me. Like, there are some. You guys thought that the Anunnaki and the reptilian overlords weren't ruling this shit in the tunnels for Pizzagate? You motherfuckers have no fucking clue about anything. God damn. I'm the baby. Gotta love me. I actually recently watched that stream of the barbecue at Blue. Oh my god. And calling Jessica a Zionist. So both of them were saying that I heard that. I think someone told me that that Jessica said I was schizophrenic. Like, I know that they said I was crazy, which is one thing. That's not defamation, but schizophrenic using that verbiage, that would be defamation. That would be defamation. And Jessica's like her thing was like she tried to say that I was from J6. It was so great celebrating in the blue after the restraining order. Yeah, it was. Well, it's defamation. It's not defamation per se, but it is defamation to diagnose like that. Uh, she was just like, oh, he was part of the J6. It's like, dude, you don't even know what J6 is. It's just like, dude, like January 6th, we're like, okay, like does she realize that I literally did that there was a protest for 903 days at the Freedom Corner, and then I was one of me and Sticker Chick and Anarchy Princess. We're all like the J6ers biggest Antifa enemies. And Jessica's like, "Oh, what do you think that accomplished?" God damn, you can't get any dumber than that. You really just like this is, uh, it's fucking beautiful. It's absolutely positively beautiful. All of it. This all thing has been beautiful. No, like I literally like I led the what stick what Patricia, which is the commissioner, got attacked that J6 march 2 years ago. I led that march. I led that march from where did it start? It started at the was it the what institute was I forgot where it started from. It was like the northwest corner of DC. It was like north of the National Mall. I'm trying to forget. I forget what building that is. There's so many different buildings in DC. I still don't know all of them. I know a good amount of them. I know enough around the national park. Um, what the fuck building was that? Uh, but I fucking led that march. I led that march with the bullhorn, talking shit the whole fucking time. Ivan Rankin behind me, and I'm just bullhorning in the fucking pouring rain. It was fucking great. It was amazing. I led him all the way to the Capitol. That was my fucking march in remembrance of Taylor Toronto, a J6er that was attacked and shanked by other J6ers, by all the other psychos. It's like knocking on the door of a vacant house. Yeah. No, Z just walked by and called her, said Zimbabwe. Who would have guessed that someone who was originally from the TikTok would be that dumb? The TikTok rot. I'm here to film the media. Why are you here? You're true crime now? Chasing clout? Oh my god, I love it. Just, I fucking love it. I love it. Uh, she had no clue who Nick or his parents were. The clip of the young girl naming all the African countries. I like that clip too, huh? I remember the Halloween she tried to dress up. I had a secondhand embarrassment. Tick tock, that is the sound of her brain. Tick tock. She copied you in New York City, by the way. I don't know what that means. All right. I wonder why Rayner's lawyer removed himself. Oh, St. Patrick's Cathedral, huh? I love it. I don't have to go to court for like 6 or 7 weeks. I got a bunch of time to breathe. There ain't gonna be another bail revocation hearing. This shit's coming to an end. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm gonna get that hat, Real Life Canada. David Sanchez. Yes, well, I'm gonna ask for. Yeah, I'm gonna get the ankle monitor off. I'm gonna get uh uh the ankle monitor needs to stay on for me to get through these lawsuits. The ankle monitor is just like um forcing me not to just run around and travel a bunch. And I actually need that to get these lawsuits done. It's weird. It's a weird fucking thing. I see that the ankle monitor um, is my anchor to staying put and focusing on something that's really important. And that's really how you boil it down. It's really important. Really, this is real. This is much bigger than me. So you need to be chained down to work. Yeah, but this is like not just even work, man. This is like looking at a computer and doing paperwork. Like, that is the most awful thing in the world for me. Like, paperwork. Paperwork. It's just compute like sitting in front of a computer and all that. Like, oh my god, it's the exact opposite of like. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just I'm putting in the time and the effort to really. If anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be me. It's not gonna be any of these other people. No one's capable. No one's even close to being capable of what I'm about to do. And I'm not sure if I could actually do it, but I'm gonna make my best attempt to do it. And just seeing the body cam footage, I thought that's an accomplishment. Even to see the camera footage of how the celebrity center spies on people. So, all right, I think I've had enough. I just kind of wanted to give an update. Thank you. Today was a high that I haven't experienced. Like, it was a much needed high. I needed this high. Um, I'll get the videos out of the press conference, which was awesome because I got 3 different camera angles. So at least 3 different channels that I know of got that thing, and I just, again, I appreciate everyone who's been here for me, all the support in the background, all the help, all the donations, all the time on the phone. All that has been well received and very much appreciated. And I'm proud of all of you all for kind of sticking around with me and, you know, getting me through all this, the craziness of this online relationship and whatever. I don't even want to call it a relationship because it just almost feels like it wasn't even a relationship, but just all of it. It's just been, it's been a ride, man. And today was the fruits of, I'm not, you son of a bitch. This was the fruits of a lot of fucking an emotional roller coaster. But thank y'all. You guys have a good night.